Live, and you're out.
We are live. Hello.
Hi everyone, it's Rick and Jet with you. It's day 336, and yes, we usually stream on Sunday, but today it's unusual. It's Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday stream, sudden one. Jet cannot do it tomorrow, and Charlie too. By the way, gotta tell him that we started. He's always a very how do you call it when you wait someone?
Patient.
No. I mean, when I wait someone, who is he? How is he in here? He's always welcome in here, but not only this. He's always when you're not welcoming someone, but waiting for someone.
Anticipating.
Anticipating. He's always anticipated in here. Can you really say that? Okay, man. So we actually have some stuff to talk, as usual, to talk about.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yes. So, okay, getting back to my browser, and let's see. So first and the biggest of all news this week is Monday, and there was a massive attack, a massive rocket strike, which Russians made, and they attacked all of Ukraine. I'm gonna show you the map a bit later. But first, I guess I wanted to show you the video that is very important to understand the whole picture. I mean, I guess Zelensky posted it, so it's kind of official video. I'm not sure, but I guess so. So let's maybe watch it before we begin talking about it, because it explains a lot. Hey, Spam, glad to see you, by the way. How's you been? Also, did any on the missiles put in sent hit anyone anywhere you live? Yeah, I actually woke up on Monday. It was 8 a.m. and first rockets strike was 8:30. I didn't hear them, but I heard the one in 30 minutes. I heard like a pretty quiet wave, the blast wave, and after like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, I heard two pretty loud explosions somewhere not that far, like maybe a couple kilometers. So that one really disturbed me, and I decided to go hide into the bathroom, because it's like the most protected room in my apartment. And yeah, my wife was awake just like that with those two explosions, and we took our cats and closed ourselves in the bathroom, and we spent like around 3 to 4 hours in there. I was going out of there for some minutes to get water and stuff and some important things, but it was pretty scary that day, and we spent half of the day, I mean our country spent half of the day hiding in shelters. Yeah, this was a pretty tough day, so let's switch there to the video I wanted to show you. And yes, just a second. Yeah, so yeah, hi Charlie. You're right on time. We're gonna watch a video now. Jetta, I'm gonna ask you to turn on your speakers or whatever you use there. I guess you need to
I'm gonna mute my mic though, just so you don't
need
get
to
echo.
mute your mic for that. Yes. Okay, let's go. Let's watch it. It's gonna explain that Monday attack fully. Just a sec. I'm gonna maybe give my commentary also.
Was hit more than a dozen.
Yeah, BBC reporter was given an interview. Yeah, there are some disturbing
Russian terrorism at its worst. A Ukrainian civilian
scenes
dead
in here.
in the center
I
of the
forgot
street.
to give a disclaimer about that.
Тупо на гайдашку шкодили.
It's the center of the Kiev. This is the same bridge from the other side. Museum's been hit too. Yes. So, you see the message behind this video. We need more weapons, and I guess we received a lot more weapons right after we, withstood that attack, that massive strike.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this was some footages in this video were disturbing, and I forgot about the disclaimer. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
But we it was the center, and not only the center of Kiev, and actually around 15 cities in our country been hit. 83 missiles were launched that day from Russian side, and 43 of them been neutralized with our air defense system. So half of the rockets didn't reach their destination points, and can you imagine how much harder it could have been if they did? So this was really hard to bear that day. I mean, we were super angry, and it felt like some kind of just a bit like the first day of the war when it was a sudden strike, but the next day it was much easier. The attack continued next day. It was not that massive. It was like, I actually have the numbers. We have the numbers how many rockets were eliminated, neutralized in the air that day. Just a second. Yeah, I'm gonna go right back. It was next day. It was 18 rockets hit. They didn't hit their targets. They were neutralized, and 3 drones. By the way, that day where 83 rockets were launched, there were also 12 or maybe even more. Yeah, 12. It was only in the midday, I guess, but before the midday. 12 were sent, 12 drones, I mean Iranian drones, and 9 of them were neutralized too. So only 3 had hit their targets. But anyway, they had not only rockets but those drones. Yes, about that attack, I have also some photos, and I guess not only photos. Just a second. I'm gonna show it to you. Yeah, just need to go scroll a bit further. But Ukraine withstood that attack, and Russia will never break us with that. Yeah, some videos of that rocket strikes. And by the way, I'm missing the chat, I guess, right? Sanctions for Iran now. Yeah, we definitely need that. We need those sanctions, but they're still not there. By the way, Spam was saying Putin has crossed the line too many times, but this was just uncalled for. By the way, uncalled in this matter, what does it mean?
Yeah, uncalled for. Means like unjust, unjustified, no reason for it.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you, Jet. Thank you for gifting the sub to Jesus Brayhard. I guess
Of course.
Jesus Brayhard is a friend of mine, the real life friend, who
Nice.
is attending our streams regularly. Thank you for that.
Awesome.
Thank you for being here, and thank you, Jet, for gifting Jesus Brayhard the subscription. Nice. So let's watch more videos. By the way, Charlie, Jet is gonna leave us in half an hour. I hope you'll stay for a bit longer and we can continue talking about stuff. And Jet
Yeah, sorry about that.
will see it in recording. It's okay. We just had a little misunderstanding there
Yeah, exactly.
about when we
Schedule
begin the
missing.
stream and when we do it. Yeah. So you see, I'm pausing it for a bit. You see, one explosion just happened. I mean, one rocket strike just happened, and people are walking the bridge and they see another rocket hitting right next to that place. Let's slow it down a bit.
Wow.
They actually made a footage of how the rocket gets closer to the object. Look at this. You see the rocket was just flying there and it hits another target and they're jump into the ground. So
fuck, that's terrifying.
yeah, that's brutal. There's a big tower we have there. It's our energy company, which is it's Detect Tower, and it was hit by a rocket too. This is actually the map of the rocket strikes that took place that day. You see almost every oblast in Ukraine was hit by that missile attack. This is crazy. So in Kiev and Oblast, we had I think 10 strikes at least. Not all of them. You see, there's only Kiev in here, but there were like 7 missiles landed in Kiev. So it's only one flame in there, but many rocket strikes. As you've seen it in a video we just watched, they hit not only our energy plants, not only power plants and different heat stations, but they've also hit playground in the center of Kiev. That in that place, I actually usually drive there when I'm going to the center of the city, and there's a big university, one of the most famous in Ukraine. It was also damaged. There's a park in there that was hit, a playground also there, and there's 2 museums in that place. They were damaged too. They left without windows. So yeah, that's a terrorism in its pure form. Killing civilians, destroying our cultural sites, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no like military advantage to destroying a children's fucking playground. Like
museums and universities, definitely, they're not military objects, and there's no reason and no point in doing this. But terrorist state is doing this, of course. So they've hit. You see, also, like, I mean, almost all. Only 1, 2. Let me check. Which one? 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 of our. We don't count these occupied territories. They won't hit them, definitely.
Yeah.
But unoccupied territories, only 6, right? Only 6 regions weren't hit by that rocket strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, only 6 regions of I guess one of 20. So they hit 14 of our regions. This was crazy, massive attack. But I also don't think that Russians are capable of doing another big attack like this one. At least in the closest, in the nearest days. It actually needs to be prepared and planned, and our chief of chief in command, we call
Commander in
him, right?
Chief.
Commander in Chief, yes. Commander in Chief, VolodymyrZolkin, said that he actually respects their professionalism, because organizing, assembling this kind of operation, well, speaks about them. That yes,
Yeah.
they are. They planned it well and they are professionals, but this will never break us. It will make us even angrier and more powerful, because support came our way
Yeah,
right
all the
after.
global support that you garner from the
Yes.
very unfortunate terroristic act. I mean, but the rest of the world, unless they're fucking idiots or in bed with Russia, are pretty aware that that is nonsense. And if they aren't supporting you already, they see something like that, it might make them a little more inclined.
Yes. So about our support that we received after that, Rammstein, that meeting of representatives from military representatives from around 50 countries. The new session of that one took place this week, and we had a crazy support from many countries. Let me check the list. I had the list saved. Just a second. I have it in here, somewhere in here. Just a sec. A lot of air defense systems will be given to us faster than it was planned. For example, USA will provide us with NASAMS systems that they promised to give it to us till the end of the year, and we're gonna receive 2 of them from 8 that they promised, like this month already. It's the first one. Then Germany already gave us Iris-T system that they promised. It's already working in Ukraine. We had the news about it yesterday, I guess. We had the confirmation that it is already defending some of our objects in Ukraine. And this is the most modern system. It's not even in Germany. They produced the first one and sent it to us. They still don't have it in their, how do you call it, in their arsenal, right?
Yeah.
Also Germany gives us, along with Denmark and Norway, they will give us 16 new howitzers, self-moving howitzers. Those on a yeah, the ones that have the engine to move. Yes.
Yeah, the
I'm
mobile
usually
ones.
calling them self-moving because we have the Ukrainian word samohidny, which means self-moving. We call them samohidny haubici, which is translated like self-moving howitzers.
Gotcha.
Okay, next one. They will give us more of their famous Panzerhaubitze 2000, and also 2, I guess, or 3 more Mars systems, Mars 2 systems, which are just like HIMARS. They all have Mars in their name. This is how you can understand it. And first time, France will give us 3 LRU systems, which are the modernized M270, which is the same as HIMARS, but it's double packet launches, right? You got
Gotcha.
what I mean. And after that, Netherlands will give us the rocket systems for air defense. Not rocket systems, sorry, rockets for air defense systems, which will cost them $15 million. Canada will, give us the new package on $47 million, and it will have artillery shells, 500,000. Oh shit! The new word for me. Just a second. Uniform. Yeah, uniform.
Yeah, winter gear
500.
and stuff too.
What?
Winter gear, winter
Winter,
uniforms.
yeah. Yes, winter
Yeah.
uniforms. We really need it right now. So winter uniforms, 500,000 of them, it's like half of our army. We have around 1 million people serving in army right now. Well, not really a million, but if you're taking all the army, including supplying units, there will be 1 million. But people who are taking actions in on the front lines, it's I guess it will be around 500,000. So it's a crazy support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's one thing Canada has a lot of, it's warm jackets. So,
Yes, thank God for Canada and its weather.
yeah, exactly.
Thanks to
cold
your
here.
country, Jet. It's really awesome
Yeah.
what you're doing for us. So after that, there's still one point in this list that I wanted to tell you. France will also give some Crow-tail rockets that are like air-air systems, air-to-air, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And France will also provide us with a more Caesar howitzers. It's also a self-moving, which is actually better than German Panzerhaubitze 2000. So I guess Sau Caesar, Sau we call howitzer Sau in here, and I think they are the best these days. So we will receive 6 more of the best howitzers that
Good.
exist. Yes, we missed a message from Charlie. He said Jet is correct. Ukraine used resources to destroy a key military bridge. Russia and Putin waste their dwindling supplies of resources to commit terrorist attacks. Yeah.
Absolutely.
By the way, Forbes, I guess Forbes calculated the approximate cost of that massive rocket attack, and it was around 400 to 700 million dollars.
My God.
Yeah, I mean, some of our bloggers made simple calculations. They divided those 400 million, like divided to 141 million people in Russia, and they received like 4.5 million for each Russian citizen. So can you imagine? It could have been instead of wasting it on this massive attack, they could have just give $4.5 million to each of their
Buddy,
citizens.
that's fucking crazy. Yeah, like what an absurd waste of resources. Like I don't know. It's actually mind-boggling. Like
Yeah.
considering the amount of like, because you got to think that they would be aware that they could possibly use those resources to like benefit themselves in a in the actual conflict, not just
Yep.
to be fucking crazy assholes. Like that's the most expensive way to be a crazy asshole I've ever heard.
Yes. Definitely.
Fucking ridiculous.
But yeah, we have what we have, and this country and these leaders are most ridiculous of all we've ever seen, I guess. Okay. Charlie just posted the new one, not posted, typed. But sent, yeah. But a playground is a military target. Yeah, definitely. For Russians, it is. How could Russia know if Ukraine's biplane producing laser T-Rexes weren't underneath biofactories? Yeah, biolabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call them biolabs in here.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah,
Exactly.
they will definitely give an excuse to their
Yeah, some
citizens.
crazy nonsense. Yeah, as usual.
Yeah, the one they usually do. This country is just ridiculous, and
Yep.
thank God we have NAFO to show them that they are ridiculous. At least on
Yep.
Twitter, and Twitter, I guess it's the most influent social network these
Yeah,
days.
I'd say so. It's the most like also just by design, like the nature of how Twitter works. It's kind of like a Times Square kind of thing. Everybody can just go yell at strangers about whatever they want. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well, what's important stuff I also wanted to tell you? The one that we have, not we, Europe have such an institution that is called Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe,
Okay. What do they do?
which they usually, I guess they are like UN.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna distract a bit for Charlie's message. Bonkin Vatniks on Twitter brings me a lot of happiness. Yeah, this is just awesome, and I'm really glad that you found yourself in that one.
Yeah.
That's a thing, actually, a great thing, and a very important front. So this Council of Europe, if our cameras are not closing it, yeah, they're not. So you see, it is called PACE, but uh, short version will be PACE, right? The word
Yeah.
PACE is actually almost the same. So they had a meeting on Wednesday, and they adopted a resolution or passed a resolution that, this actually, you see, the Parliamentary Assembly, the PACE has adopted a resolution condemning Russia's aggression against Ukraine and calling on the organization's member states to declare Russia a terrorist regime. It's actually may seem small, but it is a very important first step to recognize Russia a terrorist state. They use the term terrorist regime. This will do fine. It's actually already better than state sponsor of terrorism, because it
Yeah.
calls the regime terrorist itself, not sponsoring, not the one sponsoring the terrorism. So I like this one. This is actually a first awesome step that may grow in something bigger. Let's see how it's gonna be. I have such a great Ukrainian word for that I wanted to translate English. Unfold, yes, amazing word.
Okay.
Let's see how it will unfold in future. That's what I wanted to point. By the way, the UN had a General Assembly this week too, and they passed a
Yeah. There you go.
resolution by a large majority on Wednesday, where they condemn the annexation of our territories. And we actually have the list of countries who were how do you call it when you say neither yes or no, but something in the middle? How do you call it?
Oh, neutral.
Yeah, they were neutral to that, and yeah, I'm gonna find the list fast. Just a second, just a bit of
Yeah. No worries.
scrolling. Ignore it. Yeah, so we have 135 countries. No, 53. 153 countries. Sorry, 43. You see it on a screenshot. 143 in
Okay. Yeah.
favor,
Yeah. In favor against.
5 against, and abstention. Yeah, that's the word. That's the correct word to use in here. So the 5 countries who were against were Russia themselves and 4 other countries. It's North Korea, Belarus, of course, and just I just forgot. Sorry, and they're not in here, not in this list. But yeah, just those regimes. North Korea,
Yeah.
Belarus, Russia, and also I guess one African country, Nicaragua, if
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
Nicaragua probably, because they were. That's kind of what they were saying before, anyway, publicly, is that they fucking were, in support. But
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe Charlie will remind us the 5th country.
Yeah.
The technical term is abstaining, yes. Yeah, Charlie was giving us a hint, but we didn't see it in time. Also, Elon Musk announced around 45 minutes ago that he will keep funding Starlink for free in Ukraine. Wow, finally. Because this was a story of the week. Let's get to that in a minute, but I wanted to point the countries who actually abstained. And amongst them, of course, it's China, it's Pakistan, it's India, South Africa, Mongolia, Vietnam, Bolivia, and a lot of African countries who are influenced by Russia, Armenia, yeah, who's influenced, Kazakhstan, of course. But the people of Kazakhstan actually are supporting us greatly. The problem is that the same goes for Armenian people. Armenian people and Kazakhstan people are supporting us. Same goes for Georgian people, but their governments are pro-Russian. This is why they are not supporting, even cannot support the resolution against the annexation. It's a shame for those countries who are just standing aside while, that terrorist state is annexing our territories.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have 10
I
minutes.
just looked up the
Yeah.
list of the 5 countries: Belarus, Korea, Nicaragua, Russia, and Syria.
Syria, of course. Yeah, how could I forget the Syria? Nicaragua is North America. Sorry, guys.
Central.
That's
Central America.
the geographical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Central America, yeah, it's different. But yeah, making me. I mean, when I think they're in Africa, I need to apologize. This is very bad.
Yeah, I'm bad at geography too, so I'll apologize with you. Sorry, everybody.
Where is Gvinea? By the way, you write it maybe a bit wrong. Let me check where Gvinea is. Gvinea. Oh. Guinea. Yes, it's in Africa. You see the red, meaning it's how do you call it? Bordered red right now. Okay, so let's talk about mobilized a bit. Russian mobilization, and we finally had the first interview with first mobilized guy who got captured, and now he's a prisoner of war in Ukraine. And it was one of the best interviews. We have a guy in here, VolodymyrZolkin. He is interviewing prisoners of war since day, maybe not day one, but I guess since day 2 or 3 when we had first prisoners of war, Russians. He went there. He got the permission to do the interview. He was actually first and only official reporter who is doing those interviews every day. He had already published around 500 of interviewed Russians in his channel. I'm watching them every day. Guy is actually knows what he's doing. I mean, he's good at that. Yes,
Yeah.
he has his flaws, and he actually has his partner, Dmitro. This is Volodymyr, and this is Dmitro. Volodymyr was the first one to interview them, and then Volodymyr connected to him. Zolkin is actually trying to stay neutral and trying to suppress his emotions because, talking to occupants and trying to understand them is really hard emotionally
Yeah.
because they've came here to conquer us, to kill us, to yeah.
Yeah, well, it's got to be difficult on multiple levels. Like, right, like the emotional difficulty of even like communicating with somebody that their goal is there to destroy you, right? So that sucks. But also, trying to get like any honest response out of them is going to be very difficult if you're in any way combative,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
that's the other hurdle.
I'd actually like to, have a stream where we will gonna be talking only about them and about
Mhm.
the narratives they are bringing in those interview and how Russia, brainwashed them, and
Mhm.
not only that, but how it also put them into the grid where they are just slaves, and they even if they have the will to do something, Russia puts them into the grid of poorness, alcoholism, and yeah. Also, I have another word to translate. Just a second. Ignoramus. Just a second. Maybe I know the Russian word for this.
Oh, ignoramus, nice.
Ignorance. Yeah, ignorance is something that they are really good at, thanks to Russian propaganda.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. I yeah. I started with VolodymyrZolkin, and I wanted to say that this Russian, first Russian prisoner of war, I wanted
Ну,
to
я ее служил лишь бы
yeah
просто.
to show you his face, but I guess our cameras are covering him right now.
Yeah, I can see
Mm.
it peeking through barely.
Yeah, he's peeking through. I think I may do it like this, maybe. Just a second.
If you do a half window, like
Yeah,
slam it
half
against the right
window
side.
and put it in here. Oh, it's not working. Huh, interesting. It shows you like it's the whole window still. I mean, it places. It's not moving it on the screen, though I'm moving
Yeah, it's
it.
moving it the wrong way, or it's like fixed to the wrong side.
Yeah, I guess it's just the thing with Streamlabs.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, it doesn't matter how he looks, but this guy, he's actually not a typical Russian, and he is pretty smart. This interview was one of the best, maybe even the best I've seen in there, uh, on his channel, on Zolkin's channel. And that dude, was like, he was kind of middle class in Russia, and he was just grabbed from his workplace by Russians. He was actually he had the profession that I was having my degree with, and I worked a bit. It's automatization of processes, if you know what I mean. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was working on some and making the automate the conveyors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was also uh, learning Adobe Premiere, I guess he said. And that dude was grabbed and put into the army. And you know what I noticed, and what he said about himself too, that he didn't have any will to, resist that pressure and that
Mhm.
circumstances they put him in. So he, how do you learned helplessness? You know that term, right?
Yeah, yeah, totally.
So that
Yeah,
dude was totally helpless, and he didn't have any active will to do something, and he was just following the flock like a sheep.
yeah,
And that's the problem with Russians, even the smart ones. They have that suppressed will, and they will be easily dragged to this war. They will be easily manipulated, and they usually scare them. I mean, the war fellas, they scare them with prison. They say, if you
hmm,
don't go to war, you will go to prison. And these dudes, uh, they're choosing war. Though on the war, you have all the chances to die. But
yeah,
Russians are tricking them. They actually made, the information field in Russia that they all think, Russians all think that there's no real war going in here. They don't
yeah.
know
Well, that's
what's
just it.
happening here.
Yeah, they're not aware of the scale of the conflict in any way whatsoever. So
Yes. So
they
they
think they're gonna
think,
go set up and get posted somewhere for a couple weeks and then go home,
yes,
right?
that's what they
Yeah,
tell them. Uh,
yeah.
By the way, Charlie asked, do you know where this guy was from in Russia? I forgot, man. I guess it's one of the big cities. He wasn't from Moscow. Maybe Izhevsk. You maybe heard about that one. Something's telling me that he said Izhevsk. So this dude um, was lucky to be alive because he told Zolkin about some situations where some of his I cannot say brothers in arms because he didn't know them. He didn't know them. Sorry,
Hmm.
and he was there only for a week. He came to Ukraine, and it took a week for him to get into captivity. But a lot of people were dying around him, and he was lucky to stay alive and unharmed. He wasn't wounded. Yeah, stories like that happens usually. I mean, not usually. Sometimes they happen,
Yeah,
and that's the problem with Russians, that they don't know what they don't understand it. They don't even have a small guess about what's really happening in here. Their government and their propaganda is fooling them, and they're thinking that this is just gonna be some vacation and walk, or maybe an adventure.
yeah,
But most of them will know that this is gonna be their grave, and some lucky of them will just be captured as prisoners.
yeah. Exactly. Surrender, fucking idiots.
Yeah, but they won't hear us. They won't hear you. They won't hear me. Uh,
I know.
yeah, they're unreachable, unfortunately. And another problem is that their propaganda was raising them for 20 years, maybe even more. That it's, the goal of their life. I have a nice term in Russian, like the point, like the culmination. Maybe you have that word.
Yeah, culmination. Yeah.
Yeah, the culmination of their life, and it's their destiny and their calling.
Hmm.
Like they know this, but only subconsciously. They don't understand that this is something they long for, and actually they will just move like a sheep. But deep down in them, this is my opinion. I don't think most of Ukrainian people will agree, but I think deep down they want to have here, and of course, Russians will not agree. But they really want to come here. Even those who think that they don't. So if I mean, just a second, I had a great thought. Yeah, they have a very common excuse. that they don't have a choice. It's either
Yeah.
jail or war. Well, they think it's special operation. But
Yeah.
when they say there's no options, and when they say they don't have a choice, they're actually, it's an excuse. First, an excuse because it's really hard to, you know, tell the truth even to yourself that you want to go there and kill Ukrainians. And they're making an excuse for themselves, like they don't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's how they, deal with the fact that they're doing something horrible, is to take away their own agency and responsibility in that action, right?
Yeah, and that's a huge problem because maybe even someday they will realize, some of them will realize, but it won't change anything. They will come here and we'll need to talk about it again someday because
Hmm.
I had some insights today when I was thinking about it, and I just had these thoughts only today. This line of thoughts,
Hmm.
and I think I can develop it to something more, and it's really interesting for me to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, also about mobilized. Today I saw a video where just just a second, I'm gonna check the exact word for that one. Um, yeah, a 70-year-old dude received a summons to the army.
That's fucking
So
ridiculous.
yeah, they Russians really don't care how old their meat are.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's part of the problem too, is like, the vast majority of these people that are being forced into the military don't, they don't realize what they're getting themselves into in any way. So a lot of the older dudes who are not physically fit to be doing that shit aren't expecting to be doing that shit. So they're probably not too upset about it. Like,
Oh, yeah, by the way, Charlie is saying that, yeah, he's using hashtag mobilize Ihor Hirkin. I remember that fascist who
I
was
think so, yeah.
responsible for 2014 Boyan.
Yes, okay, yes, yes.
That dude, it seems that he's finally mobilized and been sent to front. Well, it's still rumors, but we had photos of him and his wife where he is standing dressed as a soldier. So that dude,
Mm.
no, and we had a nice meme today. Just a second. Now I need to open my Twitter. I tweeted it today. What am I singing? I wonder. Okay, so we now you know who Zolkin is, and he usually have previews like this one on his videos. So you see now it's Gherkin sitting on the interview. So like we're fantasizing in this meme that he's already
Yeah.
been captured,
Right.
and now we're gonna
After.
give interview.
Yeah.
And I can translate words to you. He said, I mean not he. Sorry, it says. Just a second. I was trying to get to the front, but they didn't let me. It's the blue one, and the red one says, "There's no joy from mobilization, not at all." Something like that. So
Oh man.
it's a nice troll, and I like this one a lot.
Yeah, that is good trolling. Solid trolling right there.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay, a lot of things that I still wanted to tell you. What do you say about your time? Do you still have some?
I should go soon. I'm already running a little late, but it should be okay.
Yeah, I've seen it. That you're already running late, so thank you for still being with us.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's go fast. Oh, by the way, uh, more videos, photos. I don't think I'm gonna show you more of these. Let's go further. Maybe I missed something important. Yeah, there was a ridiculous and really disturbing situation in Russia. They have a bridge somewhere, I don't even know, maybe Moscow. Let me check. Yeah, it's in Moscow. So, Moscow government, like the city government, they you know put how do you call it? I forget the words. Sorry. Inscription. Somewhere on the bridge in Moscow, and it says, "Jump from me from the bridge if you were happy when that thing happened on Crimean Bridge."
Mm.
Yeah, they're given the propaganda of suicide.
Yeah,
This is fucking disturbing, man.
that's yeah, that's just crazy. Is it like is this from the Russian government, or is this some like vandalism?
No, it was a local
This is an
government.
official statement.
No, it was official, like,
Oh my god!
yeah, it was officially made
Yeah, I haven't
by
seen this
Moscow
image.
government, like the local city government.
That's
So,
fucking insane.
yes, this country is really, really scary.
That's
And
crazy town.
yeah, man. They're calling for suicide for those who are against their regime. This is like the direct call in for it. And
Man,
this is disturbing. Yeah.
holy
Ooh,
fuck! All right.
An important thing. A new exchange happened this week. 20 of our soldiers came back to Ukraine. I'm
Oh,
really
good.
happy about it. It's not
Yeah.
215 like the last time, but 20 is already 20 saved
Hey, man, that's
lives.
better than none. Yeah.
Yeah, this is so much better than none. I'm really
Yeah, those 20
happy when this has
families.
happened. Yeah, they're reunited with their families. And we still need to rescue around 2,000 and a half, I guess. So it's a long way
Yes.
to go. It's still a long way. But it's working faster. You see, like in 2 weeks, we rescued, I guess, around, yeah, 32 this time. And it was like 18 or 20 last week.
Hmm.
Yeah, what was happening on Crimean Bridge on Tuesday? Well, let's watch a video. So, I have it slowed down. Sorry, 1x speed. So these, wheels of train carts, they are,
Yeah.
they now are the hole with the rails. How do you? They melt, right? They
Yeah.
melted
Yeah.
to,
Welded.
yes, melted to the rails. This
Yeah.
is actually, I mean, it warms my heart to see that damage.
Yeah. Totally. Fuck your bridge.
Yeah. Oh, we have the first prisoner of war. I mean, the Russian woman soldier who was captured in Kherson region, I guess. I guess it's the first woman soldier from Russian side I see. Maybe we'll even hear the interview with her soon. See,
Yeah. No doubt.
that's how she looked on in her life. That she is. I mean, she's not that beautiful in here, definitely, but yeah, she is. She seems like a regular woman, right?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem like the military type in any way.
Do you know what she said when she was asked why did she came here to Ukraine?
No.
She said she did it to. That's a violation. What do you mean about violation, man?
Oh, okay. He means because he called her ugly.
Uh, no, okay. You know, I said the word. I called her ugly.
Well, you didn't call her ugly. You just said she's not that beautiful, and it kind of implied.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, that was maybe I crossed the line in there. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm especially when I'm tired, I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. Okay, so her excuse was she said that she came here so that her husband won't be mobilized. I don't think that she had any guarantees from her government, and he will
No,
probably definitely be
demobilized anyway.
mobilized. Yes, but this is ridiculous. These Russians are so naive
Yeah,
and
they have no
ridiculous.
idea what's going on.
Yeah, they really don't know. By the way, Charlie, I see that Jet is lagging today. His picture. What do you
Yeah, I noticed
say?
that on the stream a couple times.
Yeah, what do you say about the whole stream? Am I freezing too? Is it my internet connection or just Jet's? What do you say?
Probably just mine, I'm thinking, because I've been keeping an eye on the stream, and it seems to be fine. Obviously, I don't know if the audio is lagging because I have it muted. So
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, so Charlie says so that her husband could get a new LADA as well. By the way, you know what LADA is, Jet?
no, I don't.
It's Russian brand of cars.
Oh, those cars. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
they usually, I mean, they give 7 million rubles for their dead soldiers to their families, and it's actually almost the price of Lada. So they usually buying that Lada cars. Families buying.
Oh, okay.
So we have like saying here in Ukraine that they are, I mean, Russian soldiers they are turning into Ladas, white Ladas.
Gotcha.
when
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
when
Trade your
they're
husband for a LADA.
yeah when they're being eliminated here in Ukraine, they're turning into Ladas.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, that's a dark humor, but
It is pretty dark. I mean, it's kind of true.
yeah, that's kind of true. That's how it is these days. Oh, by the way, when was it? Well, on Wednesday, in the morning, between 8:40 a.m. and 8:58 a.m., four Russian helicopters been hit somewhere in Kherson region, I think. In 18 minutes, man, our
Yeah, wow.
defenders, our air defense, destroyed four Russian helicopters. This was
Amazing.
a nice achievement. Like, just imagine the achievement list of our soldiers, and how do you call this achievement? 4x helicopter.
Yeah,
Somehow
exactly.
we gotta think about it
Yeah.
because I'm not really a clever guy. Generate some good meme or saying I need to spend some time on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a comedian, definitely. I really envy people who can create jokes just like that in a second. Damn,
Yeah,
those
totally.
people. Okay, let's move forward. What else I wanted to show you? Oh, Belgorod is being really, really terrorized by Russians
Oh,
these
yeah.
days. Yeah,
Holy smoke.
they were sending a rocket to, I'm not sure, I guess it was air defense rocket to destroy some of air objects. Or maybe just shooting our territories with that, and they hit. You see the video, right? They
Oh,
hit
yeah, exactly.
the building. So Belgorod is a front line thanks to Russians.
Yeah, exactly.
And today we
They're using their
have,
own buildings as your air defense.
yeah, they're so dumb, Russians.
Yeah.
Well, what else? Today Belgorod is burning too. We have fuel station, fuel storage burning there today. Yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, it was a shell storage that was exploding with amazing
Yeah.
sounds. I've sent it to
Yeah.
you
Corn.
a couple of days before, right? Oh,
Yeah.
I have an awesome video in here where our drone is seeing Russian drone in front of him. He's and they're making a little fight. Look at this. Our drone sent that one down.
Oh my god, they just bonk them?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
he just bonked him. Let's
Yeah.
get closer again. Let's see it. Boom.
That is awesome.
Yeah, he
So, yeah.
broke one of his propellers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so we actually had two exchanges this week. I did a mistake there. First time 32 soldiers and 20 on Thursday.
Oh,
So
okay. Nice.
we have even two exchanges. It's fastening up, and it's amazing. Okay,
That is
we
amazing.
actually have a nice response from head of European Parliament, Josep Borrell, and he said that if Putin will use nuclear weapons, European Union, I mean NATO, or they're all combined, they will immediately destroy Russian army without using nuclear weapons. They're actually
Yeah.
capable of that. NATO is capable to destroy
Oh,
Russian army
absolutely.
in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I think after these statements like this one, Russia won't ever use nuclear weapons.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. That's what we've been needing the whole time is like, firm fucking statements on all of this shit. None of the wishy-washy bullshit we've been dealing with up until now, right? Like, oh, maybe we'll
Yes.
sanction them a little bit. Like, come on.
Yep. Let's get to the map until you're still here. We didn't have any major upgrades on fronts this week. It's still, the
They've moved a little closer
consolidation
to,
of games, right? That term.
yeah.
But let's move through the week. We still have some movements, some positive movements. Yeah, so it's today. In 6 days, we moved at, you see, this point. Our forces took the road. I mean, they crossed it in this place.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
have
exactly.
messages that Kraken, that special unit we have, one of the best
Yeah.
we have, they entered Kislivka and Kotlerivka here. So I guess these two are already taken. We just need a couple of days to make sure of it. So counteroffensive continues. It is still going, and I guess it will be better. We also have some messages that today the new stage of counteroffensive in Kherson region started. That our forces started a massive artillery preparing. It's called like something like that in here, to start the offensive in here from Duchani at this place to Milove in here. So they are moving from
Okay.
Duchani to Milove today. I hope it will be successful and we'll have some results next week. So, yes, Charlie says that also Macron became a Vatnik as well. That dude was actually, how do you call it? Shit, I forgot another word. Just a second. Ah, yeah, he was suspected as Vatnik, but he's not. He's just too, liberal and maybe not liberal. They call him Ooh, okay, he's a businessman. He always wanted to have business with Russia, and now
Yeah.
he said that, yeah, how, Charlie, what is he talking about? Macron's this week, he said, if Russia will use nuclear weapons, France will not be answering with nuclear weapons. So he said that they
Mm.
will not use nuclear weapons, and I guess that's exactly what Russia needed to hear to think that he's weak. But
Yeah.
whatever Macron says, uh, Borrell already said about what NATO and the European Union will do, so it doesn't mean anything. And Macron is actually supporting us. He's just one of those politics who needed to be persuaded that this is the only way. The only way to defeat
Yeah.
Russia is just to defeat them on a battlefield.
Yeah.
And any negotiations will not lead to any good results. And those bullies understand only force. Charlie says a British agent says that he believes Ukraine will recapture the west side of the Dnipro within a week. He's just a cat or pussy. You're talking about Macron, right? I
Yeah. He's talking about
almost
Macron.
called him macaroon. Is it a French dessert?
Yeah. Exactly.
I
That's
mean,
great.
is this dessert a French one? By the sound of it, it seems like it is.
Yeah, I think it is. I actually don't know where it came from. I'm gonna look it up.
I think my English is better today than
Yeah, they're
it's
French.
usually is. I'm just saying compliments to myself.
No, your English is great. Your English is always good, honestly.
Thank you. I'd also like to stop doing this.
Mm,
Yeah.
I do it
But
too, and I'm a native
someday.
English speaker, so
Well, I didn't even notice it when you're speaking, so I only
yeah, yeah, fair
notice
enough.
when I Owen.
Yeah, well, I don't notice it when you're doing it either until you bring it up. So,
Okay, so that's fine.
so just stop drawing attention to it. You should be all right.
Rick, your English has improved since the first stream I was in. I hear a big difference. Oh, thank you, Charlie. I need
There we
to
go.
practice more, even more. Also, Macron became a voting blow. Oh yeah, I saw this one. I think I missed one. On the way to the building which was shot, the fireman accidentally ran over a babushka. What the hell? It's People's Republic of Belhorod. Yeah, we call Belhorod the People's Republic of Belhorod, just like they call our Donetsk and Luhansk Oblast.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
exactly.
making fun of that Kursk Oblast and Belhorod Oblast are just fighting amongst themselves, and they want to be independent from Russia. This is why uh,
Yeah, yeah,
they're constantly rocket attacked by rockets. I mean,
yeah, totally.
at least you don't constantly say like. So many natives do this, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
is better than like.
Yeah. It sounds so. Also, it sounds so unwholesome. If I can say that when people are talking like that, it seems like they are not.
Not all there, not engaged.
Yeah, not engaged. They're so not natural, and it's like
Yeah,
that. You know that usual. And I was like, and so improved those days, and like that guy was
yeah. A
not
lot of
my
people just
match.
talk
Like,
like that, though. Yeah, I guess people. Some people live a very casual lifestyle, and their speech habits reflect that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
especially on the
told,
West Coast of North America, like because we have the difference here, like because I'm on the west side of North America, right?
yeah,
And everyone here just talks really slowly compared to the East Coast. Like East Coast motherfuckers be talking fast, But I don't know. I think everybody smokes too much weed on the west coast of North America.
Yeah, I've
So
heard
they
that one.
articulate their thoughts quick enough.
Nice. Yeah, so we won't ever be those people, and high five for that.
Yeah. No, I'm in the English speaking part of Canada. I'm in British Columbia.
And do you know French?
No, I know like enough to get around if I needed to like use a bathroom and ask for stuff and whatever. We learn it in school here, but that's the thing is I've never really been immersed in it because I've never lived in Quebec, which is like the province that speaks French, right? So I've been to Quebec, but I've never lived there or spent enough time there to like really need to speak French. So
Got it. Nice,
yeah.
good to know. No, I
Mhm.
see you decided to uh, make your grandpa wait a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully he's okay with it. I haven't contacted him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get through just couple news and finish for today. We had one from, I guess, yeah, it was official statement of our headquarters, military headquarters, that they have information that Russians used like almost 70% of their rocket arsenal. You see, they
That's
had
a lot.
900 missiles, Iskander missiles, and they have only 124 left. Oh, and I'm not demonstrating the screen. I'm sorry. I'm switching to the screen. Yeah, that's infographic. They had 900 Iskander rockets, and now they seem to have 124. Yeah, of course, this data might be, not correct and not precise, but it seems that they are wasting their arsenal, especially in these massive attacks. And they actually didn't have any good goals with that attack. Yes, they hit some of our infrastructural objects, like some of regions didn't have electricity for a couple of days, but our government managed to, repair all the damage they did by that attack in by the end of the week, even by Friday or Thursday, and we all had electricity in here. We also, our government is also encouraging us to economy electricity, and
Yeah.
from 5 p.m. to p.m. to 10 p.m. we usually try not to use that heavy electricity consumer devices like uh, some heat producing stuffs
Yeah.
and devices. Yeah, and I guess we're successful in that. 25% of electricity economy gain we managed to do in first days after the attack. So we're pretty united nation, even in that.
Hold on one sec. I gotta mute my mic.
Yeah, someone is knocking on the door. Charlie said, "Did you see the video of S-60 weapons being transported in Russia from 1950?" Yeah, so I've seen some old weapons from. I even saw some weapons from 40s that Russia is transporting from, their bases to the front lines. But it's not even gonna shoot sometimes, and if it will. I guess most of it won't hit any targets, right? Okay. Yeah, this one was nice, and let's end with something funny. Just a second. I had some nice videos. Oh man, I missed not that much. I missed today. That's cool. Oh, by the way, Jet, you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, sorry. My grandpa was at my door saying, "Hey, where the hell are you?"
Nice. Okay, so the last one, the last thing I wanted to tell you is a story about one plane, like the civilian plane, and this is the video. Just a second. I'm gonna turn the sound off because it's an ugly Russian song in there. But what they are doing, they mobilized a pilot who was about to get off, not take off. This plane was about to take off. And Russian military, those who are summoning people, mobilizing them, like commissioners, we call them here,
Yeah.
war commissioners. They entered the cabin, and they just mobilized the pilot, and that plane didn't take off. So
Oh wow.
yeah, all people who were sitting in their chairs just
We're like, oh fuck.
yeah,
Guess we're getting off.
they went off the plane. The pilot said that they won't fly anywhere today.
Wow.
So this is what Russian mobilization is. It's brutal, ruthless, and actually senseless. Yeah, nonsense. It's a total nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Absolutely.
super tired sorry, already. And we need to finish for today. It was a great stream. Thank you, Jet.
Yeah. Sorry for the late start and the panic
No
mode
worries.
to get everything organized for the stream today.
No
But I'm
worries.
glad we made it through it.
We made it through, and thank you for staying for so long. Thank you to
Yeah.
your
glad I-
grandpa also for his patience.
Yeah, exactly. I'll thank him once I get out there.
Thank him from Ukraine, please. Tell him
I will.
that I really appreciate that. Okay.
I will. And he'll appreciate that, man. So that's awesome.
Yes. Thank you too, Charlie. You're always great.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. Always a pleasure chatting with you, my friend.
Just a second. I just need to translate one word before you guys go.
Of course.
Companion? Interlocutor. Is that word?
Wait, excuse me?
Interlocutor. Oh my god. Is it even English? Companion. It proposes me the companion, but interlocutor. My god. Interlocular? No, it says check my screen. It says companion,
Oh, okay.
and the second word is interlocutor. Is it too small?
I've never heard
to
that
see?
word in my life.
Okay, but companion is not the word that fits for my thought that I wanted to tell you. But okay, guys,
Okay.
it's always a great pleasure to have this
Absolutely.
stream with you. Yeah, Charlie didn't hear about that one. Never heard. Yeah.
No.
About
No,
that one
me
before. Well, you learn something new every day.
That's
Okay.
right.
Slava Ukraini.
Poland Slava.
Yes.
How's my pronunciation? Is that terrible? Or am I getting better?
You're getting better. Charlie, Google Translate making up words. Yeah. Yeah, funny and ridiculous. Once again,
Yeah.
this was a great stream. We're definitely getting closer to our victory, and it will definitely be a topic one day. I guess I'll be doing a huge stream that day.
Yeah, we'll do a
Let's-
big victory stream. It'll be a party.
Woo!
Yeah.
Heroям Slava, Charlie, and I see you guys next week. Have a great days tomorrow. You, Jet, have a good trip. And
Thank you. Appreciate it.
yeah, I know the occasion is pretty sad, but the trip still might be good, right?
Yeah, well, it'll be good. You know, the whole family will be there and stuff, so it'll be good.
Yeah, my condolences, man.
Appreciate it.
Sorry for the loss. And Charlie, is having a trip tomorrow to Germany, I guess, right? Party in
Oh, cool.
Crimea. Imagine you'd have a party to Crimea tomorrow, Charlie. Yes, and party in Crimea, definitely Victory Day. Yes, Berlin, nice. And we're
Cool.
still staying here, but we need to go once again. Slava Ukraini, guys, and see you in a week.
Kroyam Slava. Love you guys. See you next
Yeah,
time.
love you guys. Bye.